Ralph Nathaniel Twistleton Wycombe Fiennes is an English actor, film producer, and director. A Shakespeare interpreter, he first achieved success on stage at the Royal National Theatre.
Fiennes' portrayal of Nazi war criminal Amon Goth in Schindler's List earned him nominations for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor, and he won the BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. His performance as Count Almacy in The English Patient garnered him a second Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, as well as BAFTA and Golden Globe nominations.
Fiennes has appeared in a number of notable films, including Quiz Show, Strange Days, The End of the Affair, Red Dragon, Made in Manhattan, The Constant Gardener, In Bruges, The Reader, Clash of the Titans, Great Expectations, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. He voiced Ramesses in The Prince of Egypt, Lord Victor Quatermain in Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and Alfred Pennyworth in the Lego Batman movie. Fiennes is also known for his roles in major film franchises such as the Harry Potter film series, in which he played Lord Voldemort, and the James Bond series, in which he has played Gareth Mallory/M, starting with the 2012 film Skyfall.
In 2011, Fiennes made his directorial debut with his film adaptation of Shakespeare's tragedy Coriolanus, in which he also played the title character. In 1995, he won a Tony Award for playing Prince Hamlet on Broadway. Since 1999, Fiennes has served as an ambassador for UNICEF UK. Fiennes is also an honorary associate of London Film School. For his work behind the camera, in 2019 he received the Stanislavski Award.
Fiennes was born in Ipswich, England, on December 22, 1962. He is the eldest child of Mark Fiennes, a farmer and photographer, and Jennifer Lash, a writer. He has English, Irish, and Scottish ancestry. His surname is of Norman origin. Because his given name is pronounced /Reef/, it is sometimes seen spelt as Wraith or Wraith. His grandfathers were industrialist Sir Maurice Fiennes and Brigadier Henry Aline Lash.
Fiennes is an eighth cousin of Charles, Prince of Wales, and a third cousin of adventurer Ranulph Fiennes and author William Fiennes. He is the eldest of 6 children. His siblings are actor Joseph Fiennes, Martha Fiennes, a director, Magnus Fiennes, a composer, Sophie Fiennes, a filmmaker, and Jacob Fiennes, a conservationist. His foster brother, Michael Emery, is an archaeologist. His nephew, Hero Fiennes Tiffin, played Tom Riddle, young Lord Voldemort, in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
The Fiennes family moved to Ireland in 1973, living in West Cork and County Kilkenny for some years. Fiennes was educated at St. Kieran's College for 1 year, followed by Newtown School, a Quaker independent school in County Waterford. They moved to Salisbury in England, where Fiennes finished his schooling at Bishop Wordsworth's School. He went on to pursue painting at Chelsea College of Art before deciding that acting was his true passion.
Fiennes trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art between 1983 and 1985. He began his career at the Open Air Theatre, Regent's Park, and also at the National Theatre before achieving prominence at the Royal Shakespeare Company. Fiennes first worked on screen in 1990 and made his film debut in 1992 as Heathcliff in Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights opposite Juliette Binoche.
1993 was his breakout year. He had a major role in Peter Greenaway's film The Baby of Macon with Julia Ormond, which provoked controversy and was poorly received. Later that year, he became known internationally for portraying the amoral Nazi concentration camp commandant Amon Goth in Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List. For this, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He did not win the Oscar, but did win the Best Supporting Actor BAFTA Award for the role. His portrayal of Goth also earned him a spot on the American Film Institute's list of top 50 film villains. Fiennes gained weight to represent Goth, but shed it afterwards. Fiennes later stated that playing the role had a profoundly disturbing effect on him. In a subsequent interview, Fiennes recalled,
"Evil is cumulative. It happens. People believe that they've got to do a job, they've got to take on an ideology, that they've got a life to lead, they've got to survive, a job to do. It's every day inch by inch, little compromises, little ways of telling yourself this is how you should lead your life, and suddenly then these things can happen. I mean, I could make a judgment myself privately, this is a terrible, evil, horrific man. But the job was to portray the man, the human being. There's a sort of banality, that everydayness, that I think was important. And it was in the screenplay. In fact, one of the first scenes with Oskar Schindler, with Liam Neeson, was a scene where I'm saying, you don't understand how hard it is. I have to order so many meters of barbed wire and so many fencing posts, and I have to get so many people from A to B."
In 1999, Fiennes had the title role in Own Again, a film which he also helped produce. His sister Martha Fiennes directed, and brother Magnus composed the score. Fiennes portrayed Francis Dolarhyde in the 2002 film Red Dragon, a prequel to The Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. Fiennes' performance as a sympathetic serial killer with a romantic relationship with a blind girl, played by Emily Watson, was praised, with film critic David Sterrett writing, "Ralph Fiennes is scarily good as fellow lunatic."
The Constant Gardener was released in 2005, with Fiennes in the central role. The film is set in Kenya. It was filmed in part with the actual residents of the slums of Kibera and Loyangalani. The situation affected the cast and crew to such an extent that they set up the Constant Gardener Trust to provide basic education for children of these villages. Fiennes is a patron of the charity. He is also a patron of the Shakespeare Schools Festival, a charity that enables school children across the UK to perform Shakespeare in professional theatres. Fiennes voiced Lord Victor Quatermain in the 2005 stop-motion animated comedy Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. The role saw him play a cruel upper-class bounder who courts Lady Tottington and despises Wallace and Gromit.
Fiennes portrayed Lord Voldemort in the 2005 fantasy film Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. He returned to the role for other films of the series, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and both Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1 and Part 2. In an interview with Empire magazine, Fiennes said his portrayal of Voldemort was an instinctive, visceral, physical thing.
Fiennes' 2006 performance in the play Faith Healer gained him a nomination for a 2007 Tony Award. In 2008, he worked with frequent collaborator-director Jonathan Kent, playing the title role in Oedipus the King by Sophocles, at the National Theatre in London. In 2008, he played the Duke of Devonshire in the film The Duchess. He also played the protagonist in The Reader, adapted from the novel of the same name. In February 2009, Fiennes was the special guest of the Belgrade's Film Festival Fest. He filmed his version of Shakespeare's Coriolanus in the Serbian capital of Belgrade.
Fiennes reunited with Catherine Bigelow for her Iraq War film The Hurt Locker, released in 2009, appearing as an English private military contractor. They had previously worked together on Strange Days. In April 2010, he played Hades in Clash of the Titans, a remake of the 1981 film of the same name. In 2012, he starred in the 23rd James Bond film, Skyfall, directed by Sam Mendes. He replaced Dame Judi Dench as M in subsequent Bond films. In 2013, Fiennes was both the director and the leading actor in the well-received film The Invisible Woman.
Though he is not commonly noted as a comic actor, in 2014, Fiennes made an impression for his farcical turn as concierge Monsieur Gustave in the Grand Budapest Hotel. Fiennes used his time as a young porter at London's Brown's Hotel to help construct the character. A film critic stated, "In the end it's Fiennes who makes the biggest impression." His stylized, rapid-fire delivery, dry wit and cheerful profanity keep the film bubbling along. For his performance, Fiennes was nominated for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Musical or Comedy, and the BAFTA Award for Best Actor. Film magazine Empire ranked Fiennes' portrayal as Gustave the 17th greatest movie character of all time.
In 2015, Fiennes starred in Luca Guadagnino's thriller A Bigger Splash. In 2016, Fiennes starred in the animated film Kubo and the Two Strings, where he voiced Raiden the Moon King, Kubo's grandfather. In 2017, he voiced the British butler Alfred Pennyworth in the Lego Batman movie, and reprised the role in the Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.